saga. Any gist na gist. Na only we dey sama ogbonge gist for the Santa Tata for we area. Continue to dey listen to SHREGARF FM.
Radio station in the world is right here.
SHREGARF FM on Nada.
Alright guys, it's a tune to your number one online radio station here in the heartbeat of Lokoja. It's coming up to 20 minutes to 9, and it's time I hand you over to Godwin Wanbebe on this morning edition of SHREGARF Sports, as brought to you by SPORTSHUB Nigeria.
Right, good morning, beautiful sport lovers out there. Welcome to yet another interesting edition of SHREGARF Sport on SHREGAR Radio Vision. All right, of course, we've wasted a little bit of our time, but I tell you, in the next few minutes, you will be getting all the juicy updates in the world of sport. All right, it's no longer news that Toby Amusan and Ese Brume yesterday did Nigeria and indeed Africa proud. Yes, after that euphoria that greeted, her getting a gold for Nigeria at the World Athletics Championship that just ended yesterday in Oregon in the United States of America. And of course, Ese Brume also going further to leap and of course win the silver medal, another silver medal for Nigeria. Of course, a whole lot of congratulatory messages have been pouring in across the globe, not just here in Nigeria, but across the globe. The reason is this, talking about Oluwatobi Tobiloba Amusan, she didn't just win the gold, but she did it in a grand style. Of course, she had to break her own record, creating another new one. Yes, in one night in the semi-final, in the semi-final heat, she actually broke the current world record. And then in the final, just few hours later, she also went ahead to break her own record that she created earlier on. So, like I said, a whole lot of congratulatory messages have been pouring in for Oluwatobiloba Amusan, and we got a report that for winning a gold medal and of course setting a world record, she is coming back home to Nigeria with 72 million naira. That's incredible. As the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, has congratulated the duo of Toby Amusan and Ese Brume for doing Nigeria proud at the just concluded World Athletic Championship in Oregon, the United States of America. Also, Yes, former governor of Abia State, Senator Oji Uzo Kalu, said she has done Nigeria proud. Yes, remember, this man is an ardent sport lover. We all know what he did for Eyimba, making them to win the the CAF Champions League back to back between 2002 and of course 2003. And so he said she has done Nigeria proud. Of course, she has done Nigeria proud. Of course, the pillar of sports in Nigeria, Chief Donatus Agu HDK salutes Amusa and Brume on their World Athletics feat and of course victory. And like she said, I was not expecting a world record, and that is, she's not expecting to break a world record and create another one. All right, like I said, it's no longer news. Congratulations to Tobiloba Amusa. Of course, she's going to be the center of this program this morning. As like I said earlier, new world 100-meter women hurdle record holder. Of course, sensation Tobi Amusa. Like I said, she was phenomenal. On my Facebook wall yesterday, I said this lady was phenomenal. I had to stay all through the night, despite the fact that I was not feeling too well, just to make sure I get a glimpse and of course a full view of that final day. You see, they had to leave it to the final day before doing Nigeria proud, of course, and it was so interesting. Nigerians were happy. Everybody on social media, on whatever handle you're talking about, everybody yesterday was talking about Oluwatobiloba Amusa from Ijebu-Ode in Ogun State, and also Ese Brume. You see, every other athletes, fell by the wayside on their way to the finals. But these two ladies had to, give it their best. They were disciplined, they were courageous, they were determined, and above all, they were so patriotic. I mean, it was like I posted on my Facebook wall, wall yesterday. I said the Niger spirit was on fire yesterday morning. Yes, it was in the morning. The Niger spirit was on fire, and these two ladies actually, exhibited that Niger spirit, that burning desire to win for Niger yesterday. And of course, it actually gave them the all-important gold and silver medal in their different events. Yes, Oluwatobiloba Amusa in the 100-meter hurdles, and Ese Brume, she jumped. Of course, it was a powerful jump yesterday, a powerful lift. And so, she will take home a whooping sum of 170,000 US dollar. That's about 67 million naira. That's let's just round it up to say 72 million Nigeria naira in what has been a spectacular World Athletics Championship for her. Now the Nigerian Queen of Tracks, of course. World Athletics faces fans all over the world yesterday in the 100 meters hurdle after she wiped off the world record in the semi-final to clock a time of 12.12. I think the previous one was 12.36, so you can see the gap. That was in the semi-final. And then Amusan, of course, and also powered to win the final, the final event. She coasted home with a time of 12.06. That was, it's going to take, if not 30 or 50 years, it's going to take 30 to 50 years before this record will be erased. And so it was a good one yesterday in Oregon, Eugene, United States of America. Tobiloba Amusa, it was 12.06. But we also got a report from the God's own country that her record in the final, the world record in the final is not going to hold waters. It's not going to stand. According to them, they said it was the wind that helped her. So we're going to be going with the 12.12. It's okay. I tell you, it's going to take a very long time before this record will be raised. And talk about Tobi Amusa. At the age of 25, she's still very young, and I see her also participating in the forthcoming, in the next edition of the World Athletics Championship built for Budapest in Hungary. And so I know that before then, she might have improved tremendously. Tremendously. And I know that the government will also, like I used to say on the program, the government and the Sport Ministry and the Athletic Federation of Nigeria will have done something credible to ensure that the next edition, we're going to be stepping further, up the ladder when you talk about, medals. All right, and so like I said earlier, she's going to be going home. She's already home. She's already on her way home now with that prize money. Now, the $100,000 is from world's leading electronic component and device company, TDK Corporation, who proudly funded the women's record program at the World Athletics Championship. Meanwhile, Danielle Williams of Jamaica, who won bronze and set of course, a season's best for herself in the semi-final, where Amusan murdered it. Was full of praise for the Nigerian. Now, asked after the race about Amusan's victory, she has this to say. She said, Toby literally spoke it into, of course, existence, as she wrote on a board. Incoming world record holder, and to see it unfold today, that's yesterday. I am proud of Toby. This one is coming from Danielle, the Jamaican, hurdler, who also came third in that event yesterday morning. And, and of course, I was talking to still on the issue of Toby Amusan and that wonderful world record she broke and created yesterday. President Muhammadu Buhari has congratulated Toby Amusan for winning the women's 100-meter hurdles gold for Nigeria at the World Athletics Championship 2022. Now setting a new world record in the semi-final of the athletic events, and of course becoming the first Nigerian to win a world championship. Yet no Nigerian has ever won a gold medal for the West African nation, but Toby Amusan broke that record yesterday. Just like, Choma Ajunwa did in 1996 at the Atlanta Olympic Games, becoming the first Nigerian to win an Olympic gold. Of course, Toby Amusan has done same for Nigeria in the World Athletics Championship. And so President Muhammadu Buhari now, according to a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Mr. Femi Adesina, he said, of course, Buhari said he joins millions of Nigerians in celebrating a compatriot and two-time African Games champion who stunned, the athletic world in one night with her superlative and stellar performance. The president expressed gratitude to the track superstar for, for her styling performance, in that championship yesterday. Yes, congratulations to Toby Amusan, and thank you, Mr. President, for, of course, congratulating and, of course, telling the whole nation the feat achieved by Toby Amusan yesterday. And we hope that the government will do something meaningful and substantial for this, young lady when she finally returns back to the country. All right, let's look at one thing. I think yesterday we were talking about a field program coming up shortly in Lagos, where scholarship is going to be awarded to some sportmen and women, youngsters, awarded to them. This will avail them the opportunity of doing sport on one side while also engaging themselves in their academics. So it's a good one. You understand, in a time or in this era when white collar job is not forthcoming, when unemployment is on the increase. Of course, when you are in school, it's very important you also try as much as possible to also look outward. Now, sports is a veritable tool, for engaging, the society, most especially the youngsters, the youths. So it's a very, nice initiative. Now, the reason why I am saying this is the fact that Toby Amusan is a student of University of Texas in the United States of America. Of course, she got that admission back then based on her performance as an athlete. Of course, it's a scholarship for her to study in the United States of America. Now, we all understand the fact that, a country that the U.S. that is highly blessed, rich, and of course, gives so much to sports and of course sports development. There are a whole lot of facilities there for her to compete and to become the best. And that's why I said earlier that come 2023, when the 19th edition of the World Athletics Championship will take center stage in Budapest in Hungary, I tell you, Toby Amusan will have improve much more better. And don't be surprised if she is going to break her own record again next year. All right, former governor of Abia State and chief whip of the Senate, Nigerian Senate, Dr. Orji Uzokalu, has congratulated the first Nigerian athlete to win a gold medal at the World Athletics Championship, Toby Amusan, of course, after winning the women's 100-meter hurdles in Oregon on Sunday. Now, describing the graduate of university, yes, she has graduated already as a talented and skillful sprinter. Kalu urged the record-breaking athlete to sustain the feat in future sporting events. Now, the pillar of sport in Africa called on the younger generations to embrace sport as a profession, adding that Amusan's performance will inspire the women folk. Now, in a statement on Monday, Kalu expressed happiness over the superlative outing of Amusan, adding that the athlete has done Nigeria proud. He said, I am elated with the record-breaking performance of Toby Amusan, who coasted home, to the gold with a time of 12.12 second in the 100-meter women's hurdle final yesterday in Eugene. Yes, this one is coming from the former governor of Abia State, like I said earlier. Of course, we are seeing congratulatory message from those who really understands the importance of sport, who knows what sport is and how sport can be used as a unifying factor, as a veritable tool to engage the youths in the society. Of course, Orji Uzokalu has done it in the past, and so it's not a new thing to us that he is also congratulating and, of course, identifying himself with the successes we have recorded so far as the World Athletics Championship is concerned. We all knew what he did with Eimba International in the past when he held sway as the governor of Abia State. And still, on congratulatory messages pouring in for our latest record breaker, talking about Toby Amusan, a Nigeria pillar of sport. Remember, Orji Uzokalu is the Africa pillar of sport, while we also back home here in Nigeria have our own pillar of sport, and that's Chief. We have Chief Donatus Agu Ejidike. JP has sent a congratulatory message to both Toby Amusan and, of course, Ese Brume for making Nigeria proud with podium performances at the World Athletics Championship in Oregon, USA. Amusan yesterday broke the women's 100-meter world record in the semifinals at the World Track and Field Championship in Eugene. Of course, she went even faster to win the final, of course, final nearly 2 hours later. It's just a couple of hours yesterday, on Sunday, on Sunday, that Amusan did that. Of course, she didn't allow fatigue or anything to deter, of course, or to stop that Nigerian firebrand spirit. And so she coasted home to victory. All right, track and field legend Michael Johnson has been accused of black racism after questioning whether Nigerian sprinter Toby Amusan's world record was valid. Now, the 100-meter hurdle smashed Kendra Harrison's 2016 world record by 0.8 second, and that was set in 2006. now at the World Athletics Championship in Oregon. Now, BBC ponders a British Broadcasting Corporation, sport pundit, Johnson, who claimed 4 Olympic golds and 8 World Athletic Championship golds in a stellar track career, was skeptical of the fame clocked by Musan and others. Now, according to him, he said, I don't believe 100 times, of course, are correct. World record broken by 0.8.12 PB set 5 national records, and of course, and since December quoted. Now, I mean, if you listen to what Michael Johnson is saying, that I think, like the report said, this is black racism. Of course, he is a black man also, a black, an African American, like we used to call them. I am shocked that his sister from this part of Africa, has just broken the world record, winning a gold medal. I mean, it calls for, congratulations from him, and of course every other athletes, especially the ones that are off the track at the moment, that is those who have retired. But hey, look at what Michael Johnson is saying, that he don't believe in one thing or the other. But I think the good thing here is that the authorities there, the management of that just concluded game, knows that this lady has done exceedingly well and needs to be commended. Of course, if it's been maybe an American or a Briton, or let's say a Jamaican, or a France citizen now that actually did this yesterday, of course, you will hear Michael Johnson, saying or singing a different tune. But I think we are so happy and impressed with our own, and of course what she has been able to achieve. And to the record breaker herself, Tobia Musan says she wasn't expecting a world record, even though her goal was to get to the medal zone. And she did just that. Now, Musan stormed to a historic victory in the 100-meter hurdle. And she said she is not expecting... Now, after 4th place finish at the 2019 World Championship in Doha and last year's Tokyo Olympic, Musan finally made it not just onto the podium, but to the top of the medal stand. Now, the goal was to come out and to win the gold. Musan, told newsmen after her, best performance yesterday, I just did it. Honestly, I believe in my abilities, but I was not expecting a world record at this championship. You know the goal is always just to execute well and get the win. So the world record is a bonus. I knew I had it in me, but I could not believe it when I saw it on the screen after the semis, but it was just a matter of time. It was just a matter of time. Like she said, she knows that she have it in her. But she is not ambitious enough to, faithfully believe within her that she will go further and break the world record. What she is, actually aiming at is the fact that she wants to be on the medal, on the podium, maybe with a bronze or with a silver. Of course, even with a gold, actually. The main thing here is for her to be on the podium. And you know what? She went onto the podium, not just climbing the podium where the national anthem of Nigeria was sung, but she also broke the world record. She created a record. She broke a record and created another one. And so, like I said, it's going to take a long while for this record to be broken again. All right, away from Tobia Musa and Ese Brume, Africa's biggest indigenous sports apparel brand, AFA Sport, has partnered with Africa retail giant Spar that will showcase AFA Sports products across SPL locations nationwide. All right, I think that's another new and latest development in the world of sport, actually. All right, while we are singing the praises of Oluwatobiloba Musa. Let's not forget the fact that Ese Brume also did Nigeria proud yesterday after she won that silver medal. Now to women football now. Before. All right, let's quickly move over to football now. Let's start with women's football now. The CAF Women's Champions League final. We got a report that Confederation of African Football has put up a sum of $650,000 prize money. Yes, I think for the winners. Now, the winners of the 2022 African Women's Champions League will, of course, receive 400,000 US dollar in prize money. This one is coming from the Confederation of African Football, CAF. Now, last year, Mamelodi Sundown of South Africa ladies, I think, won the maiden edition of the Women's Champions League, but, of course, did not get any money. Now, I mean, like I said, sports can be used as, as a unifying factor. Of course, it's already a unifying factor. It's already a unifying factor. Then we can also use sports, to ameliorate some of the societal problems we are experiencing at the moment. Talk about youth restiveness, talk about anti-social vices, talk about so many things. Unemployment, we can use sports to kill, or to reduce to the barest minimum drastically some of these, issues. And that is when we have our athletes go out to compete. I mean, before competition, before their departure, engage them positively, give them adequate, preparation. And then when they are there, make sure you provide. I'm talking about the government, not just the government, because sometimes it's not all about the government. Like in the advanced world, I learned something, most especially the Great Britain and the United States. There's something I learned. Now, they have a sovereign wealth fund, for sports, where government yearly, take out some, chunk or percentage of their budget and, drop it there. This is done so that when any major championship comes up, there is no point, going to government offices, Ministry of Youth and Sport, going to meet the governor, the deputy governor, or the president to say, okay, we want to access fund for this major championship. No, you understand? The fund is already there. What they need to do is, after qualification and during the time of preparation, they just go into the fund and then access our money. And that is where some of the athletes that, wins medal for them at such championship are also rewarded. And that's why you don't get to hear any issue of there's no fund. Fund, there's scarcity of fund, there's paucity, all manner of, English all over there. So, we can also do this. We can also do this back home here in Nigeria. And so, like these ladies did, yesterday morning, of course, we need to encourage them. Yes, she is coming back home with 72 million naira courtesy, the electronic giant TDK, for creating a world, creating and breaking a world record, and then creating another one again that yesterday. But the government of Nigeria need to do something as soon as these ladies gets back into the country, because the level of motivation, the level of commitment that these ladies have, put in to ensure that Nigeria gets to stand on the podium yesterday is so superb and, heart touching. All right, moving away from, the CAF Champions League, like I said, the prize money has been increased. Last year's winner, Mamelodi Sundowns, ladies of South Africa, didn't get to enjoy, the CAF Lagis in terms of cash. But this season is going to be a different ball game, because as far as I'm concerned, it keeps improving year in, year out. Remember, last year's edition was the inaugural edition. That is the first edition of the CAF Women's Champions League. And so it's going to be a different one this season. And we also have some few Nigerian clubs are also still participating. All right, still talking women football. This one is a controversial one. Now, the Nigerian Women Football League, the NWFL, has expressed shock on the letter written by the Club Owners Association dated July 22 to inform the Secretariat of the Nigerian Women Football League on their purported elective meeting on July 21. Now, in a letter signed by the NWFL Chief Operating Officer Modupe Shabi, to the chairperson of Delta Queens Football Club of Asaba, responding to the letter titled Reintroduction of New Executive Council Members of the NWFF Club Owners Association. Now, I have been directed by the chairperson of the Nigerian Women Football League, that's talking about Madam Aisha Falode, to inform you that the process of election into the office of the Executive Council of the Club Owners Association of the NWFL, as you are aware, includes a notification of the NWFL Secretariat so that it can, of course, perform its statutory right to monitor the process and conduct of the election. All right. I got, a little bit of information on this saga, on this issue as far as the women's football is concerned, and the lingering crisis between Aisha Falode's lead board and the recently elected Club Owners Association of the NWFL under the leadership of Henrietta. That's the Port Harcourt woman. The Port Harcourt woman. And of course, our own Tosin, Oluwatosin Ojo, here, who is the team manager of our Confluence Queen FC of Lokoja, was also part of the that election that actually brought in Henrietta. And she herself, Tosin, was also elected as the treasurer of the club owners. And it seems there has been, some sort of feud, some sort of conflict between the new executive of the club owners and Madam Aisha Falode. All right, I think I'll try as much as possible to see how I can try and get Oluwatosin Ojo on the program before the week runs out to give us details and, of course, issues surrounding that particular election. And, Madam Aisha Falode, from report I got, has been calling whoever cared to listen and trying to tell them that the new, executive council of the Club Owners Association of the NWFL are illegal. Well, there's going to be a lot of drama in the coming days, and so let's fold our arms, cross our legs, and then, keep watching and listening to what's going to unfold as far as this issue is concerned. All right, moving away from women football now, the Emir of Gwandu. Yes, Gwandu is an emirate in Kebbi. That's Kebbi State, northwest Nigeria. Yes, the Emir, that's Major General Muhammad Ilya Bashar, CFR MNI, has appointed the General Secretary of Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, Dr. Muhammad Sanusi, as the Damburam of Gwandu. That's a very huge, massive title there, which means the title holder of Gwandu, an emirate in Kebbi State. Now, in a letter addressed to Dr. Sanusi and signed on the emir's behalf by Ibrahim Ahmed Gwandu, that's the secretary of the Gwandu Emirate Council, Sanusi was commended for his contributions and services to the emirate and Nigeria at large. Now, according to the report, this honor is accorded to you in recognition and appreciation of your services and contribution to the development of Gwandu Emirate, now Kebbi State, and the country in general. Now, the Emirate Council hopes to continue to benefit from your well of experience, foresight, and wisdom. As, of course, a title holder, you are required to actively participate in our activities as far as the Emirate is concerned. Dr. Mohammed Sanusi, the General Secretary of the Nigerian Football Federation, a seasoned administrator, yes, a seasoned football administrator in Nigeria, a name that is synonymous with football development, a man who has been like Siamese twins with the NFF chairman, talking about Amaju Pinnick, and together they've been moving Nigerian football to greater heights. has just been recognized. Of course, when you are doing something, do not think that the society is not watching. Of course, the society is watching, and of course, at the right and appointed time, you will be recognized and rewarded. And that's what has just happened to Dr. Mohammed Sanusi. He has been recognized as the Damburam of the Gwandu Emirates. So congratulations to Dr. Sanusi. Keep doing more. Keep giving your best for the development of Nigerian football. All right, now the chairman of newly promoted Bendel Insurance FC of Benin, Chief Ogefa Osadolo, has said that the promotion of the team to the Nigerian Professional Football League was the making of God Almighty. Of course, God Almighty, and then, the discipline, the courage, and the never-say-die attitude of the players, and of course, the mighty financial support of the state government, and under the chairmanship of the deputy governor of the state, talking about Chief Philip Shaibu of Edo State. Of course, this man, a veteran footballer himself, he understands the need for football development and, of course, sport development in the state. And so he has gone ahead to give all that needed to be given to Bendel Insurance. And I tell you, it has just given them what they need, and that is promotion back to the Nigerian Professional Football League. All right, Osadolo, who is also the chairman of Nigerian Football Supporters Club Edo State chapter, showered praises on the Monday Odigye-led squad for exhibiting a high level of football artistry throughout the 2021-2022 football season in the Nigerian National League. Now, he, however, appealed to the state government to fulfill the promise made to the club on the issue of Costa Boss. Now, according to him, we have to thank God Almighty for the promotion to the MPFL. Bendel Insurance has always been a household name in Nigerian football. God made our promotion possible with the help of the players, the government, official supporters, and the fans. Like I said, of course, everybody is involved in this success story of Bendel Insurance, because if they had not gotten promoted to the elite league, I tell you, the blame will be on everybody. Of course, everybody will share in the blame. And so at this point in time, Chief Osadolo, who is also the chairman of Nigerian Football Supporters Club in Edo State, of course, is calling on the state government to look into the possibility of course, giving them a coaster bus that was earlier promised the supporters club. Of course, this one will also aid their movement when the new season commences in the month of September. That's the Nigerian Professional Football League. All right, moving on. Joe Aribo, remember him? He just signed a contract from Rangers. Moved from Rangers FC of Scotland to Southampton in the English Premier League. Now, the Southampton summer signing, Joe Aribo, says the feeling of joining the Saints, that's the nickname of Southampton, in the English Premier League, of course, still hasn't sunk in for him yet. The Nigerian midfielder made the switch from Rangers to St. Mary's Stadium for £9 million after scoring in the Europa League final for the Jets, a game they ended up losing on penalties, of course, to Eintracht Frankfurt. With less than 2 weeks before the Premier League season kicks off, Joe Aribo has spoken about his football journey to England's top flight, from Saints Town, of course, to Charlton Athletics, and of course beyond. And he has admitted that while he tries not to let moments get to him, he still can't quite believe he will be representing Southampton in the toughest league in Europe. Now, it actually, of course, hasn't sunk in yet, and that the thing, with him is the fact that it's still unbelievable to him that he, at the end of the day, he was able to make the switch to England, after a long while when some of the clubs are, looking for his signature and, of course, services. Now, he went further again to say now the new new Southampton signing, Joe Aribo, has described the Super Eagles number 10 jersey, of course, as a boarding. Now, the Scottish brought up while, of course, narrating his roots to Stardom, stated this in video posted on his latest Twitter handle. Now, having inherited the shirt from legendary late Mudalawal, Henry Nwosu, Etimesin, JJ Okocha, and John Obi Mikel. Now, these are the men that actually wore the number 10 shirt for Nigeria. Now, all of the names I mentioned here are, performance during their heydays while they were playing for both club and country. Now, with the exception of, Mudalawal was, spectacular for Nigeria. Not forgetting Henry Nwosu, Emo Enders, a member of the Order of the Niger. Of course, he was part of the 1980 Green Eagles. Then they were referred to as Green Eagles, not Super Eagles, winning African Cup of Nations winning team in Lagos in 1980. And we also have Etimesin. I think with the exception of Etimesin, the remaining four wears quality players back then in their playing days. Now, Etimesin, allowed indiscipline to just send his career down the doldrums of soccer obscurity during his playing days. And of course, it's still affecting him up till this very day. And so, like Aribo said, the number 10 jersey is a burden. Well, to me, it's not a burden. What he needs to do is just to, keep his head calm, play it cool, and then give in his best, both for club and, of course, our country. And I tell you, at the end of the day, his name will be listed among the greats, the nation's great, who have ever done the number 10 jersey for Nigeria. All right, to another Nigerian star in the services of Genk in Belgium, Paul Onuachu is not giving up hope of leaving Genk this summer. According to Belgian tabloid, that's a Belgian newspaper, of course, as quoted. Yes, Onuachu has a contract with Genk until 2024, and it's believed the club won't stand in his way, but only at the right offing. Now, I said it yesterday. I said, Genk said they will not be a stumbling block in the future of this youngster. But the only thing that will stop them from, giving him out is that when the price is not right. Football is business. When I say business, I mean big, big business. And that's why these guys are investing in it, because they know that at the end of the day, they will get it. All right, finally now from the home front, talking about football, Napoli striker Victor Osimhen. Remember, I said something about him yesterday, where his in-law, that's his elder sister's husband, who sometimes was his manager, is actually complaining about the fact that Victor Osimhen has not, been consistent in terms of paying up some of the debt he is owing him, and his sister has cried out. And Victor Osimhen has labeled his sister and, of course, his in-law as amazing actors. Yes, Napoli and Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen has taken to his social media handles to share cryptic, of course, post after he was called out by his elder sister Esther and her husband Osita Okolo over an unpaid 69,000 euro and another 439,000 dollar. Now, in a chat with newsmen, that's of course, yes. That chat was, that information by Osimhen's in-law was revealed during a radio program with the popular media personality Daddy Freeze in Lagos. Esther and her, husband narrated how Osimhen took the money and paid into Mr. Okolo's account with the promise to pay back, and how the striker neglected her family after attaining fame. Now, as called from, that's coming from that program. Now, according to them, the money was the commission Mr. Okolo had received from Osimhen's deal when he left Lille to join Napoli. Now, Osita Okolo, while laying his complaint to Daddy Freeze, alleged that Osimhen obtained the money from him with the excuse that his family desperately needed the money, so he willingly gave it to him without having a second thought because of the trust he had in Osimhen. He, however, described that as the greatest mistake of his life because, like he said, Osimhen up till date has refused to pay back that money. Well, I think it's not too good for his image as a national, as an international football star. Remember, he's playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world, talking about Napoli. And so having, issues like this, of course, smearing his image and, of course, name is not too good for his blistering career. Just a few days ago, he also had an issue, with his coach. Of course, he was at loggerhead with a player who just came into the club, and the coach now told him to calm down, and he refused. And then Luciano Spalletti had to send him off that training in, the front of over 3,000, fans of the club who came all out that morning to watch the team's training. And so, like somebody said, a colleague of mine in Lagos said yesterday, he was telling me, he said, I think Osimhen need to get a manager that will, actually manage his, image, because it's very, very important. All right. I think at this point in time, we're bringing the program to a close. But before we go, we just got a report that a feud, that is a conflict, a quarrel, like we used to say back home here in Nigeria, between Lionel Messi and Sergio Ramos is continuing. Well, that is, both of them are plays for PSG, and so there is a feud between them. All right, this is the size of the program this morning. Special thanks to my boss, Ahmed Shaba, for giving me the opportunity to always be here. And also our sponsor, talking about SportSHUB. Thank you very much for always being there for us. All right, we'll be back here, same time, same station, tomorrow morning with another interesting edition of the program. Until then, enjoy the rest of the day.